Hola Bafetu, we're back with another video, and today we are going to review the VELOCITI 1.6i. Okay, so we're gonna start with the back here. So just to provide some background context for this car, basically the MK1 started off in the 80s as the Rabbit or whatever you guys wanna call it. But yeah, for South Africa, we decided that we need to produce this for another 25 years. You see, now from the Rabbit to this, there's a lot of models in between and facelifts and all of that. But you could say that this was the last version of it because the R line was basically based on this. You see, so it's up to you where you want to put the city rocks and all the other cities. But I would say that whatever you guys call a 7.5R or a 7R, 8R, I would say that this could basically be considered the GTI if you consider the R line of this City Golf. But yeah, this is the 1.6 variant of the VELOCITI, and if anyone is interested in buying this one, the owner has said that for 130 he would let it go. I don't know, 130 seems like it's a bit too much, but yeah, the owner is saying 130. If you're good with negotiating, you could probably get it down. Personally speaking, if this was around maybe 80, maybe even 70, I would have bought this, but it is in mint condition. I'll confirm later on in the video how many kilometers this has done, and then yeah, but yeah, this is the car, this is the background of the car, and then we're just gonna take it from there. Okay, so now onto the wheels. As you guys can see, this is currently sitting on 17s now, and this is the fender gap. It hasn't been chopped yet, but yeah, it's on 17s. And originally this car came with 15s, I think, the same design with the wheel, but yeah, they just got a bigger one. And yeah, you can see there on the tire the specifications of the tire profile and all of that. Okay, so guys, now we're just gonna touch on the performance of this car. So earlier on I did mention that there were a lot of trims and facelifts of this car, and one would say that maybe the Chico was like the lowest you could get in terms of like performance and trim levels and all of that other stuff. So the VELOCITI is a bit quicker than the Chico, but I don't know if you would say by a lot, because it's just maybe like, you know, a couple of, well, not even seconds, because I feel like seconds is a lot of time. Okay, so next up we're just gonna touch on the performance of the car. I just wanna say that the difference between this and a CT, like a normal city, a 1.4 Velo, and then also a Chico as well, City Sports and all of the other stuff, it's not really like a huge difference between all of the trim levels. And we also mustn't forget that these cars were made in 2007 going down. Then the R line was more like 2008, 2009. So yeah, in terms of the Chico 1.4, that can do 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, and then this does 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, along with the City. The City 1.6 also does the same, 0 to 60, 4.3 seconds. And then the 1.4 of this does it just after that. You see, a couple of hundreds of seconds, honestly. It's not a huge difference. So whether you choose a 1.6 or our 1.4, the difference is not that huge, you see. So it's really just up to what you like as a person, or what you can afford, let me say that. And like I said, this is going for 130. I don't know if the owner was being honest about that, or if he was just telling us 130 because he doesn't want to say it's not for sale. But yeah, this is what we're looking at today. And yeah, no, hey, this thing is too beautiful, bruh. And the thing is, in SA, you don't get to see this stock like this. Most people already messed up the bumper, they messed up everything, the fenders are chipped. Everything is always almost wrong with the Velo in SA. So to see one that's this mint condition, and I know we haven't dropped a video in a long while, but we couldn't just take any Velo and just decide that, yeah, no, we're doing a video. So yeah, this is what we focused on today, and next up we're gonna do the interior, the engine bay, and all of that other stuff. And while we're still on the topic of the value of cars in SA and how people treat them, I just wanna talk about the fact that people just, put whatever value they want on the car. I have been seeing online that there's people selling Golf ones for like 200,000. Some people are going for 150, and they don't look good as this. But I don't know about anything over 80,000, honestly, because I mean this is an old car, and compared to like a Polo or like a Golf, a newer Golf that is, it doesn't have the same capabilities, the same performance. This is just based on like how people view this specific model and how long it ran for. But to be honest, there's a lot of Golf ones for one particular one to go over 80,000, you see. And the thing is with nowadays, we're in 2025, so most of the Golfs that you're gonna get are probably gonna be over 100k kilometers, which means that at some point something is about to give. You can take care of these cars as much as you want, but there's a lot of things to consider. And another thing as well is that people steal these cars, bruh. It's easy to rob this car. It's easy to get into. So it's one of those things that, like, as an owner or as a person who wants to buy one of these cars, that's also one thing you need to think about as well. Then you also need to consider how much insurance is willing to cover when it comes to this, you see. So yeah, every car has its own risk, but yeah, this one, if you spend 130 to like 200 and whatever these people are asking for, it's like, yeah, no, how much more are you gonna spend after buying the car? That's the real question. Okay, so now we're here by the engine bay. So basically, when you get the City 1.6, the Velo 1.4, the Velo 1.6, and the R line, it's more or less the same engine. It just produces different power figures, not by a lot, but it does do something to the 0 to 100 as well, which is what I'm going to touch on next. The 1.6 does 0 to 100 in 9.3 seconds, and then the 1.4 version of this makes it in 10.8, and then the R line makes it in 8.5 seconds. So you can do what you want with that information. You can see which one is more worth of buying. But let me just point it out. R line, if you're getting it in any condition as clean as this, it's probably gonna end up being maybe like 200k, 300k. Yeah, well, then it's even worse if it has like less than 50,000 kilometers. And I'm still gonna confirm how many kilometers this one does have. But yeah, those are the power figures. I already mentioned the 0 to 60, now the 0 to 100. Engine bay has been covered. This is a 4-banger, and the displacement is a 1.6, like I mentioned throughout the video. And now we're just gonna go into the interior of the car, and then yeah, cover that, and then call it a day. Okay, now just to touch on the inside. I don't want to make the car dirty because it is raining. Yeah, this one came with the MP3. It's not like the other Golfs where you could choose the MP3 or the airbags. But yeah, as you can see, let me just scooch over so I can confirm. You see? Yeah. It's not a big car inside, but it's not that bad. Mint condition as well. Everything is clean in the car, seat covers, and yeah, let me just see here. Obviously, okay, out. See, everything is just clean in this car. Okay, so just a quick one. Let's do a door handle test. Oh, how many golf ones can do that, bro? That's crazy. But yeah, man, just to close off the video, I want you guys to tell me what you would rather have as a first car, yeah? First, start with your age group. Are you maybe like 16 to, let's say, maybe 16 to 26, or 26 and above? Would you rather have this as your first car, or would you rather have this? Which one would you rather have?
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Let's do the door test handle.